everyone, and welcome back to another Train Sim World 2 video. We're doing a sort of a livery showcase again. We are in the M2, well, the M3A, but yeah, let's just have a look. Here it is. Look at this. It's great. It's the livery they use on the New Haven line. So if you've seen me play, well, the New Haven line on TS, yeah, they've got the red livery, which looks quite cool. Yeah, it's supposed to be based off an M2, which looks very, very similar to an M3. Apart from it's got like the pantograph on top as well, as on that line it's dual voltage. Obviously on this bit's third rail, when it gets to I think Mount Vernon East. No, it's not Mount Vernon East, but somewhere along there it changes to overhead. Right, let's get the train set up. So we're ready for departure. And then we're making our way into Grand Central. Let's do that. Get all of that on, all the lovely stuff. There we go. Cab light, we get that off as well. We don't need that on. And we got to wait a couple of minutes. Yeah. And someone's even attempted to do the state of Connecticut. Sort of the badge for that, emblem for that as well. Which it actually does look alright. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, the red livery. It does suit it, doesn't it? The red and white. And I think the reason why they've done this is because it does go into another state, so it sort of I'm trying to think of the word. I can't say it. But it makes it different from the other ones. Let's get this up. Do dim there. Differentiates. Yeah, differentiates it from the other trains on the route. Then the other red one is the M8, the Kawasaki M8. Right, we're stopping at Harlem and then Grand Central at 36. That's a fairly long service as opposed to other ones you get along this bit. No passengers. Passengers. No passengers. Passengers. Got to wait another sort of 50 seconds or so, then we'll be off. Love it. Yeah, so there's a few of these. I think there's three. That's M2 and it came up. Yeah, good stuff. And it has actually been really well done. I can't see really any sort of faults with it. It does look very good. I know you can't probably do a very detailed Connecticut emblem. In fact, let me actually look up the Connecticut emblem. I think I've definitely seen it before, because obviously when we do the M8. Let's have a look. Google Connecticut. Oh, yes, it's not completely how it would be, but you know, for the limitations of the livery designer, that doesn't look too bad. Let's get the door shut. Cool. Right, and off we go. Harlem 125th Street. Oh yeah, it's been a while, right? Let me charge the brakes up. We've got no time to get to Harlem as well, which is slightly peculiar. Let's get going. We are off. On our way. But yeah, what is everyone's favourite Metro North livery? I do think the red does look quite smart. But then the blue, just like the livery on the M7A, the blue Metro North, that does look very good as well. It's tough. Right, that goes up. As we make our way out of the Yankees 153rd Street, I think it is. Or Yankees 153rd Street East. So at the moment we actually are on the Hudson line. And then the New Haven line comes off. You've got another train waiting. The New Haven line comes off at Woodlawn, so here. That's a New Haven line there. So that's where this train would go off. Obviously, with the M2 with the pantograph and stuff, this is just a repaint. Although, very good repaint. There's an M7A. Does look good. And yeah, then we come into Harlem 125th Street, which is just over the bridge. And then into Grand Central. And the slow crawl into the station. But I suppose probably on this service we might have to wait out a red signal, as it was 22 minutes from well, Yankees down to Grand Central, which I think usually it's about 15. So I think we probably have a red light somewhere. Probably out sitting outside Grand Central, we'll have to wait. Typical. Couple of nice little screenshots. There you go. As we go over the Harlem River Bridge. Is there a freight train going underneath? Don't think so. But yeah, that line there we see down, it's quite cool the way it sort of hangs onto the side of the river. Would be a little bit sort of like, whoa, is it going to collapse? Yeah, that there runs down to, what is it, Harlem? I think it's called Hunters Point Yard or Hunters Point Ave. No, I can't remember the blooming name of it. I think it actually might just be called Harlem Yard. But yeah, if you've got the North East Corridor New York on Train Sim World 2020, you should be able to see that line going off into the distance. I can't remember the name of the bloody yard though. I want to say it's the Harlem Yard, but then I don't think it is the Harlem Yard. It might come to mind. There's an M3A there on the usual Metro North livery. And this is Harlem. Cool. Yes, beep, 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 beep. I know. That comes down. Here we are. Yeah, it didn't actually say what time we were supposed to... So it says 21 on there, but it didn't say, I don't think, what time we were supposed to leave on our timetable. I reckon we're going to have to sit outside Grand Central for a bit. Maybe even wait for the train, which let us go back there to move. Come on, keep going, keep going. Come on. Come to a stop. It's quite dodgy here as you can't see to the left. Should be alright. Here we are. This is Harlem. It does look good. It does look very good. Do like it. And you get no numbers on the side though. That's a bit weird. Unless in livery designer you have to add the numbers. Yeah, you can see these are being added on the side as well. Even the MTA logo looks good. So obviously that's had to be made on the designer. In fact, I don't know if MTA might be part of the group which you can now use on the livery designer to put their logo in. You might be able to do that. Let's get the doors shut, and we're due in 15 or so minutes to go 4 miles. That's not happening. Well, I'll say that, it probably will end up happening. But we have to wait for another train coming out. And we are off. Cool. Yes, beep. Oh yes, only today in the UK. Well, there are some trains running, but probably more virtual trains running. More TSW players driving trains. As yet, it's first day of strike day today. So, on the first day of the strikes. But I'm cool with it. I mean, it's for a very good reason. So yeah, up to 60. Anyone else been affected by the strikes in any way? And what are you doing to get to where you need to do, or where you need to go, or anything? So I know some lines are running, sort of the main ones. That's what we're going on the side tunnel, coming into Grand Central. Another train there, another M7A. There it goes. That's 60. Cool. It comes down to 45 in a second, I think, so let's start bringing that down now before it starts buzzing us and then bad things happen. When on one of these corners it does come down. So watch out for that. I think it might actually be here. There we go, it's the 45. And it goes straight back up to 60, then back down to 45. It's hard to believe, but I'm pretty certain steam trains would have come through these tunnels. Which is, I mean, would they? Does anyone know? Would steam trains have come through here? Because these tunnels look pretty old. It's just pretty crazy to think. No ventilation or anything. Would have been very fumey. That's if they did. There you go, and another 45 again. And there's 60 after this. That's what's fun going through the sort of middle tunnel, is at 60 the whole way. There you go, that's 60. It'll come down again soon. There you go, getting that up. There we go. 60. Yes, I'm coming down to 45, don't worry. If you put enough brake on, it will stop bleeping at you. There you go, happy? Train's happy, nice. And this will probably be down to 30 now. 30. Yeah, down to 30. Yes, I got you, don't worry. There you go, and then down to 15. No, not yet, not just yet. And yeah, if you don't use the safety systems, you may be slightly confused why there is no speed boards on this route. Well, there are some, but not many. Not every speed change. And that's because it has the in-cab sort of speed system. See the little sort of white squares you'll see on the ground. They sort of tell you what speed you should be going at. Don't panic, train, I'm bringing it down. It'll be down 10 miles an hour. Very slow. Well, there we go. Now we sit and wait for the next 5 or so minutes coming into Grand Central. I can see greens, that's a good sign. So we might not have to wait. Lovely. Trying to pick up speed. It sort of goes downhill a little bit here to sort of the centre point, and then one half obviously goes up and the other bit goes down, so you're sort of going to the halfway point in height. Yes, beep, beep, 10 miles an hour. Shit, nice and slow. Can't even see the red when you're under here. So blooming dark. Don't know why the numbers don't come up on the side though. That is a bit peculiar. So it is a service. It's service number 772. So I think that would come up. Or would it? Don't know. Actually, I don't think it would. Round to the right. I wonder if we will have to wait coming into Grand Central. I think we might be cleared in. Oh, I can see another red one. I can see another red one up there. Lovely, another New Haven service. But yeah, New Haven is quite a way up. If you look at the maps, or Google Maps, obviously you've got New York, and if you look up the coast, you've got New Haven. But yeah, it's quite far up in Connecticut. They are quite a distance, these trains. Red standing out quite nicely there. We'll get in there. Slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? But yeah, if you have enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a thumbs up. And if I remember, I will leave a link in the description for this livery as well. Or just simply look up M2 in the Creators Club, and it's like the first one there. So there's one with the MTA logo at the front, and then one with the Connecticut emblem. Anyone watching from Connecticut? Do you see these trains quite often? Or at least this livery on the M4? Or, well, I think the M4's retired. No, the M2. I think it's M2 and M4. They ran the Connecticut services. And now it's M8s. Lovely. Pop that down. Get in there. Where was the other M3? It was over to the left, wasn't it? Got an M7 here. And what's everyone's favourite train to drive on this route? The M3A or the M7A? It's just so slow coming into here. On every route there's like a really tedious bit. Southeastern High Speed, Strood, East Coastway, Lewis. On this one, Grand Central. As we slowly make our way there. I can hear M7 going. That one's off, I think. Goodbye, M7A. Whenever I say M7 or M3 on this route, I mean M3A and M7A. Cool. Almost there. Yeah, here we are. Getting there. Right. Pull that down. Get down again. And here we are. Cool. This is Grand Central. well, hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. That was a little look at the M2 livery someone has done on the Creators Club, and if I remember so, I will leave a link down below if you do want to try it out yourself. It looks great though, doesn't it? Awesome. But yeah, links can also be found description, Discord, PayPal, merch store if you do want to help support the channel. But apart from that, thanks for coming in, and hopefully see you next time. See you all. Take care. Bye guys.